It is April or May 15th or 16th. Hold on, let me look because I don't know. May 16th. We're going up shed hunting. Hopefully find some elk sheds. We're pretty late to the game. We had some very unfortunate family issues come up, and so I'm very late to the elk shed game. I have not gone out. We went out last weekend and didn't find any. I found 2 deer antlers. I'll roll the picture right here. But I know there's bulls in there. I just don't know where their antlers are, and I'm hoping nobody else has been back in there. So we're headed back up there. We got all day to hunt around, and hopefully we pick up a brown elk shed with how late we are. Hopes aren't low, but they aren't high, so we'll see what we find. All right, we're walking. I have never actually been to this spot. I have a piece of private land that's extremely close to this spot, and I actually wound up getting this piece of private excuse me. I got this piece of private because I was driving down the road here, and there was an elk shed literally 20 yards off the road, and this was back in December that I found it. And so with it being 20 yards off the road, I'm like, this is probably a setup. Probably got a camera watching this thing, and he wants me to go and pick it up and catch me, but I'm not like that. So I went and door knocked, and it was a super nice older gentleman, and super nice older gentleman, and he was like, oh yeah, go ahead. Anyways, we wind up talking for 2 hours, and he pulls out this fucking big 7x7 set of bull antlers, and they're fresh. And it's like, I found these ones this year. It's like, they were right on the road. I'm like, you're shitting me. But yeah, so that piece of private's not far from here, and that's actually the property I roosted these turkeys on. But then they moved, so I'm hoping to find them today. Find an elk antler, maybe a deer antler for sure, I hope. But I've never shed hunted this spot. I'm actually on Forest Service right now, but I am not far from his property. But this is pretty thick stuff in here. We'll see. I know they're in here, but just a matter of finding where they were this winter. But when we went out last weekend, we were all over them, just sign everywhere, but no antlers. So, but then I found literally, what was that? Literally a side-by-side set of deer antlers right right in the wide open. It's like, okay, if this was shed hunted, those probably wouldn't be there. But I don't know, you never know. It's one of the dice rolls. I'm kind of trying to stay back here in the piddly stuff because of how late it is to be looking for elk sheds. I'm just hoping to kind of get lucky and find one, honestly. But I'll pick you up when we find something cool or find an antler or whatever the case may be. On a pretty good deer trail here. I really need to start paying attention to the topo lines. I have a toxic trait of not looking at them on the map, because when I look at them, I decide I don't want to walk that. But that's the trick to shed hunting. You gotta go where everybody else doesn't. Also, it's gonna be like 80 and some change today. So it was cold when I got out of the truck. And now I am sweating pretty good. That's also because I've just climbed like 400 foot of elevation in like 20 minutes. But that's all right. Anyways, we're nowhere near to the area I want to get to. But we're making our way towards it, and we're shed hunting, so better than being at work. I'm hoping to turn something up here soon. Shouldn't be long. There's a lot of deer sign. I don't think I'm deep enough back in here to start finding the elk sign just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. I know they're in here, so cross our fingers, hope for the best. Looks like there's another giant mountain I gotta climb, and I'm not happy about that. Holy smokes. Did I get out of shape in like 1 month? I must have service right here. Phew. Anyways, turkey season. I got my turkey. It was kind of a really goofy, not ideal situation. It is not what I wanted to have happen, but it's what happened. We were set up on some private property, and I think we got there, say 2 o'clock. I think we got there, and we were not set up far from the roost. This was an evening hunt. We were not far from the roost. We pop up the blind. We're sitting there. Now this is, when did turkey season open? April 28th, 26th? One or the other, I can't remember which one it was. It was still pretty cold. So it wasn't bad during the day. We get in there, we get all the blind all set up, everything's set up, and we're sitting, and you know, I'm striking and they're gobbling, and then I stop and I kind of let it sit for 30 minutes, and you know, they're still just hammering away trying to get me to respond. So you know, 30 minutes go by, I strike off again. Now I did this for about 4 hours straight, and you could hear them moving. They would be here, and they would be here, and they'd be here. I mean, just all over the place. And They were just hammering away. Anyways, I think they knew they were coming back there tonight, so they weren't in a super huge hurry to get over there. So about 4 o'clock rolls around, a hen walks right past us, and I got a video of that. I'll probably roll it right here. Hen walks right past us. So it was actually a bearded hen. She probably had about a 5-inch beard. Really cool bird. Anyways, so it's about 5 o'clock now. Birds are still hammering away. It's probably about 30 degrees now, and Ray's cold. So she's like, I'm going to sit in the truck. I'm like, Ray, they're gonna be here in like 30 minutes to an hour. And it was cold, I won't lie. Anyways, she goes and sits in the truck. About 20 minutes later, she sends me a video from inside the truck, and it's just a big old fanned out strutter like 3 yards from the truck, just walking around. I'm like, okay. So anyways, now we're waiting, and now it's hen. You can hear them hop up and get in the tree. I got my Jake and my hen decoy out there, and then we're sitting there, and it's getting probably 30 minutes left to shooting light, and it's getting dark, starting to. And 3 toms pop out to our right, and Tyson doesn't see them. He's sitting in there, so I tap him. Ray's in the truck. We all had our guns, so now it's just me and Tyson in the blind, and there's 2 toms. Well, they're at about 25, 30 yards. I ranged it. I can't remember what it was though. About 25 to 30 yards. They see the Jake decoy, and they immediately poof, fan out, start strutting, and start moving towards this Jake. So they're about to whoop his butt. Anyways, so I get my gun out the window, Tyson gets his gun out the window, and I'm like, all right, 3, 2, and then I'm like, wait. Mine moved behind a tree. So he steps back out, and I'm like, okay, 3, 2, boom. Tyson shoots it too. What the hell? So I squeeze one off real quick, fold mine up. Tyson missed. He was shooting tees at about 25 yards, and he aimed for the head, and I think it probably went right over his head. But anyways, I got mine. Here's a video. If we had the patience, thought about it a little more, if Tyson would have aimed for the neck, he'd have probably smoked it. Every second counts in a situation like that, and if you just think about it a little more, give it a little more time, it'll probably play out. Anyways, we all 3 probably could have been tagged out right there in that situation. Could have probably tripled up, but that didn't happen. Ray went and sat in the truck, Tyson missed, and I got mine. So anyways, here's a picture. I don't know, I might already showed it, but turkey hunting is done. I had the whole thing on film, and I was originally not gonna shoot. I was gonna let Ray and Tyson shoot. I've killed many turkeys, so it would have been a little more special to me to let those guys shoot, but I did not get the kill shot, and I know that's what you guys want to see. So I'm not gonna post it because I've got about everything leading up to that moment, and I didn't get the freaking final moment, so I'm not gonna post that one. Anyways, I've got 2 more tags to fill here in like the next 10 days, so hopefully we can do that. It's kind of another reason I'm up here. I know there's turkeys back here. I just don't know where they're roosting and all that. But yeah, so there will be a turkey video coming, hopefully. That's better, but that is old. It's probably about 2 weeks old. But things are starting to look up. I've literally only been walking for like 5 more minutes since I last picked you guys up, but anyways, shed hunting's a hot or cold game. It's how I like to describe it. You walk and you find sign, then you find more sign, then you find fresher sign. So you just keep getting hotter. And if you start getting colder, you know, you just go back. But I don't know. I clearly have not had a very good season this year, so don't listen to me. But I just want to find one brown elk shed this year. I like I said, had some kind of a family emergency come up, and it really kind of shut our shed hunting season down. So now I'm out here, not like way late, but I mean it's late. All the good spots that I had scouted and, you know, knew right where the bulls are have probably already been hit. So I'm kind of just in the piddly stuff, really, hoping to get lucky. Like I said though, it beats a day at work. I'll stop talking now until I pick something up. Ooh, hold on. All right, I'll shut up now. Nice rub here. So the issue I'm having right now is, you guys probably can't even see this just yet, but right about there is a road, and all of these little trails are like completely unmarked. They're not even really roads, but like I was just kind of walking and passed 2 dirt bikers, which is fine, but I just can't get off these roads. And like I don't know where they are because they're all unmarked. So anyways, getting a little bit deeper into some sign here, so hopefully soon. I looked at Onyx, we're probably at about 2 miles now, but I have not walked very far just yet, so we shall see. I think I got a brown elk shed. I think I got a brown elk shed, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I think I got one. I think I got one. Yes! Let's go. Let's go, dude. It's just a little rag, but yeah. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I think I got a brown elk shed, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, God, I'm so excited, man. I think I got one. I knew it. I think I got one. Yes! Let's... Oh, I'm so excited, man. Oh, thank God. He's not even big. He's not even big, but I'm stoked, man. I'm just stoked. Get a couple pictures here. All right, let's get a pickup on this guy. I almost walked past it too. I just seen his royal kind of sticking up right here. Oh yes, please. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but we have got ourselves a brown elk shed. Freaking awesome. Thank you. Let's go. That's what we're working with. I hope one buckle is just enough to hold it on there. But like I said, I'm gonna try and find his other side here. He's not a super big bull. He broke one of his fronts, but I'm gonna still try and match him up, being this one's here and the other one is probably not too terribly far. Okay, set of elk tracks have led me up this hill, and there's a very, very faint trail. It's probably this guy, honestly. I'm in a predicament though, because I want to go that way. But elk tracks are leading me this way. Okay, so I told you guys I was looking for turkeys too. This is all extremely old. But they were here. Which I'm actually the closest I've been to that private land that I have is actually where I've picked up this elk shed. But honestly, it could be those turkeys here too. Thing is, they're definitely not roosting here. There's no good roost tree right there. But I hate trying to walk through stuff like this. I was chasing the tracks that I'm pretty sure this guy left behind, and it led me right to another road. And good lord, amount of spider webs in here. Just to make sure this elk shed's still on my back. I do not have this strapped down very well. I don't remember what I was saying. Anyways, yeah. I'm headed back kind of by where I found this, and I'm gonna head deeper in and hopefully he was kind of in a little bachelor group, and there's a couple more laying around here somewhere, but I don't feel like crawling through this all damn day. So I'll pick you up if I find something you're gonna want to see. Alright, I can hear some frogs kind of croaking. So it might be kind of by like a little wallow or something. Still making my way back towards where I want to get. It's a good thing we found one before we made it back there. But I have a really good feeling that there's way more back there. So anyways, I've just walked up this hole. It's kind of like a draw, but turkey poop, cow elk. Didn't see any bull elk poop, but they're in here, and imagine that. Coming up on another road. Can't get away from them, but apparently the elk sheds like to hang out right by the road, so who knows? Let's see what happens. Oh, hold on. Check this. Doesn't look like that guy was too lucky. Anyways, I'm gonna keep beelining to where I'm trying to go. Man, dude, this guy's turkey feathers are everywhere. Nice tail feather right there. Another bunches of wing feathers right here. This guy got ka-chowed. Like hardcore. Bunch more tail feathers right here. Wing feathers. Oh man, he got hurt. Shed balloon. I don't see a shed though. All right, we're at a little stopping point here. I'm literally right by the piece of private that I have permission on. It's literally right there. But I'm looping back around where I found this guy. Hopefully we can pick him up. But I just kind of did a loop. Now I'm headed back in the direction of the pickup. But I'm 5 miles deep in here right now. So I got another 5 miles out, and I forgot water at the gas station. So this is all I have. And I'm drinking it right now. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm very curious how many deer antlers I've walked past. It's kind of funny. Find a brown elk antler before a deer antler. And I know there's a ton of deer antlers in here because there's a ton of sign. I've seen a bunch of them. But we shall see. Back to where I found this guy. Found it like right there. It's about where I saw it from too. Kind of just looking a little harder here, honestly. God, there's turkey poop everywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of strain my eyeballs for a minute in this area. I really feel like if that other side's not down in here, it's probably right up here, which is the way I'm gonna take out of here. I'm gonna try and find a little bit of a spot with some higher ground and just kind of glass this for a minute. It's that other side. I can't remember exactly where it was. I want to say it was just right. It was somewhere in this little patch of timber, this fallen timber here. Because then I went up that nice green draw there. Anyways, we're gonna spend some time here, try and glass up the other side. I really don't think it's probably too far, but try and find some higher ground here real quick and start glassing. I'll pick you up if I find it or if I find something else. Alright, I've been glassing for not too awful long, but a couple minutes here. I really wasn't able to get that high, but I don't see it. And I could be looking right past it, or it's just over the next hill over there. But I kind of walked all that, so I'm gonna hope it's up here, or at least another antler. It'd be kind of cool to find a matching elk set this year, but this guy is just kind of a little guy here. Still awesome though. Like I said, I didn't come in here with very high hopes. I kind of figured somebody had already come through here, and I'm still pretty convinced somebody probably did. But I found a little deadhead. I'm like borderline lost right now, but I'm not. Onyx just decided to tell me to go the wrong way for a minute. I need to go that way. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's a little deadhead, but there's definitely a deer antler there. Which unfortunately in the Black Hills, you have to leave those there. But it's still pretty cool. Let's check it out. It's a little deadhead for sure. Little guy. climb over here. What? Look at that little thing, dude. That's a drop tine. Oh my god. I wanted to touch a little more on that deadhead that I found. And why and what you can do to get around taking them home if you want. That one was cool, but that's your typical hills deer basket rack. Although he was a double drop tine, which is really cool actually. I've never seen that in hills. But anyways, you cannot pick them up here. You can find them, but you know, you can pick them up, but you got to put them right down. Something to do with like poaching is why you can't take them. But if you want, you can call the game warden, drop a pin on it, all that good stuff, and basically buy a salvage tag, I think it's called, and that gives you the okay to go and pick it up. But that's just kind of how it is. Just one of those things, really. But I figured if you guys aren't from South Dakota here and didn't know that, you might be wondering why you cannot pick up deadheads, and that is why. And if you ever decide to come here, that is what you can do, so you can take them home. But I just follow the rules, and if it's not a absolute giant or like a bull elk deadhead, I'll usually just leave them there. And it sucks, but what do you do? But yeah, that's what it is there. Anyways, I'm just about back to the truck. Getting pretty close here. So we'll see if we find anything in the last half mile or so that we gotta go. All right, back for round 2 here today. I can't even remember what day it was yesterday. Anyways, yesterday I picked up that elk shed and we found that deadhead, that pretty cool deadhead. Left it there. Me and Brad are going back up. I'm going to pick him up right now. Last night we got some rain and it's kind of overcast today, so hopefully we can kind of use that to our advantage. Doesn't make everything pop out there in the hills, so hopefully it's another good day. I don't know if we'll be out for as long as I was yesterday. I think I walked 8 miles yesterday in about 6.5 hours. And my problem was, I think I kind of spent too much time trying to match up that other side. I should have just went deeper in there and picked up some more, but it's all right. I'm just happy to have picked one up this year. I really wasn't very confident that I would, so just thankful for that opportunity, and hopefully we can pick a few more up today. That would be sweet. If not, a couple deer sheds would be nice. I really haven't picked up as many sheds this year as I would have liked, but that's that. We're gonna get to the gas station, get some gas here, get some breakfast, and get up there and hopefully pick up a few more. So see you up there. Nice day up here. Very nice day. Pretty deep in here though. I drove a good ways in. Kind of a sketchy drive, honestly. I don't have very good tires to be ripping through this stuff, but it's like all uphill from here. What? Nice and overcast. Everything's wet. Hopefully the sheds will be glowing. Should be. What? I'm popping over this ridge right now. It's gonna drop us into a huge bowl. And I'm hoping it's not super thick back there to where we can glass. But I haven't even been out of the truck for 10 minutes and there's a lot of sign already, so hopefully we can stumble across one here. Looks really good. Do I got what?
Cell service.
I might. You can try and send me a picture of it. Okay, so Brad, we've only been walking for about 25 minutes. Brad picked up an older whitetail shed. It's not this year, but it's not chewed. It's not nothing, so that's a good sign. I've got a massive, just an absolute highway right here that I'm trying to watch really close. Problem I'm having is I don't want to go down in there until I see something. But I also don't know why. I feel like I'm like really straining my eyes trying to look into this. Just make sense of what I'm seeing here. Everything's like it's just really dim up here. It's really dim. But that's good. He's got one on the board. Hopefully I can turn something up here soon. I'm chasing the elk sheds, and I know they're in here. I just gotta find out where. What's that? But yeah, that's really good. Didn't get skunked today. It's pretty quick too. So hopefully we got time to find quite a few more if we're lucky. I'll have to get the camera out when we get back to the truck and put everything out on the tailgate and show you guys what we got. But I'm hoping. I'm just having a tough time trying to look into this for some reason. It's kind of playing with my eyes. But anyways, I hope we pick quite a few up today. That would be awesome. It's been a really, really slow year for me. And then with everything that happened back in April, there just wasn't a lot of time to get out and look for elk sheds. So I'm hoping we can kind of flip it around today. Just super thankful I was able to pick up a brown elk antler yesterday. It was no monster either, but just super excited I got the opportunity to do that. There is game trails all over in here. Just all over the place. I'm gonna do something dumb and kind of start to drop in here. It looks like it's starting to open up. I'm hoping I can just, man, if I can get on this ridge and just glass it, I could probably find quite a few. Problem, I think I said this yesterday too, the problem is right now is we're coming into spring with weather like this. Well, it's been a really weird year for South Dakota, but we have that spring weather. Everything's starting to turn green again. Everything's starting to grow. The grass is getting tall again, starting to. And so everything's just kind of hiding. Definitely hides everything a little better. But anyways, I'll shut up now. I just figured I'd give you an update that we're about 25 minutes in, and we've got a shed on the board for the day. So alright, we're walking up on one here, I think. It looks pretty good. I don't know what it is. It's a deer shed for sure. Holy smokes. It's pretty good brown, but he's chewed up pretty good already. Check it out. Not too bad, but man, squirrels got to him already. But hey, we are literally maybe 35 in now, and we got 2 on the board. Pretty nice 5-point brown whitetail, but the squirrels got to him already.
Say that again?
It's a nice brown 5-point whitetail, but the squirrels got to him already.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Get a picture when you can.
Anyways, yeah, there we go. Suppose I can get a little pickup for you guys. You guys probably just want to see me pick up a elk shed, but there it is. Not a bad hills. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll get them tucked up in the backpack here. So this kind of sucks. This was probably a decent shed at one point, but I just stepped over this log and that's what I saw. I wasn't even sure it was a shed, but that sucks. I don't even want to take that really. Looks like a whitetail shed number 3 right there, where it's the biggest fake out. I saw it from up there and didn't think it was one, but now that I'm right here, I'm pretty sure it is. That's an antler. Just about as chewed up as the rest of them, it looks like. Not too bad. Alright, I'm back at the truck. I don't know how far Brad is away here. Let me get my phone and see how many miles we did. Couldn't have been that many. I think we started walking at 8:30 and it's only 11:30. 4.5.